Namaste, beloved. Very happy to see all of you here. Already there is a joy in my heart of joy of meeting you, and living truth with you right now. Already, even before we have started exploration or any discussion or guiding. No, I feel this is our good fortune that just by coming together we are able to start living truth. No, this is our good fortune, and I'm thankful to life, to Source, to my Guru for this. Because it takes so much effort to come in this alignment with the truth. It takes so much effort. We probably don't know that, or maybe we know if we have struggled enough in the on the spiritual path. We know how much time or struggle it takes to align ourselves to our own joy and truth, and how difficult sometimes it becomes to remain connected or aligned to it also. So that's where this thankfulness, gratefulness coming, a sense of gratitude coming in my heart, that it is so natural for all of us to just fall in sync with this truth of who we are as soon as we come together here. No? One very simple and fundamental yet interesting thing I feel I can share. I always feel that there is the importance of contemplation. No? And then I share also, oftentimes I have shared after that importance of meditation, Dhyan and Satsang. No? Why these things are there like this? No? I feel we can explore together right now. Let me just share a little bit, and then you can talk to me. Somebody can, or anyone feel like talking to me also. Living in our natural state, living in our true state, no, is the goal in a way, no, of our effort here in Dhyan and Satsang, no, together. No? Why? Because there we are naturally undivided, naturally wise, naturally joyful, naturally clear about everything that we see, experience, or know. Naturally, without effort, we are undivided, stable, clear, joyful. So that is the goal. And that goal is not achieved through what I call contemplation. Maybe we can call it introspection. No? But that is done through the mind. No? Like refinement of thinking in a way. No? More systematically thinking, more thinking in a fundamental way. No? Like not thinking about what I'm going to eat, but more maybe thinking that, why do I eat every day? Or have I noticed that I do eat every day? And every day, like coming to more, like more, how to say, deeper or higher place within the same mind, so that we can have a overview of the whole thing that we are doing all the time, since morning till night. So this is basically contemplation. Why it is necessary? Many times, maybe not always, but many times why it is necessary, because Dhyan is a effort, or is a invitation to slide back to our natural state, which is achieved by not doing anything, by allowing ourselves to not do anything. But whenever we allow ourselves to not do anything, during that time, it is noticed that regular engagements of life, which we are conscious of, they naturally, very quickly, they can be put aside that I know I'm not thinking about office or my practical life right now, so it makes no sense to attend those kind of thoughts right now. But some other type of engagements come in the mind, which are either new to us in one sense, because we are not aware of them so far, or they come in the form of feelings also sometimes. No? And they are able to pull us somehow, like they are able to bring us into the doing mode in a way, or active mode somehow, no? Which basically defeats the purpose of dhyan. And it happens so often, so many times, that in the beginning even we may not succeed even in just sitting in dhyan, in fundamental meditation. And that's why it is advised that let us do some form of contemplation before coming to satsang, to dhyan, no? Or doing dhyan before that. No? Let us do some contemplations. What it will do is that it's not about what is going on inside us. It is more about whether we have a desire to do something with it or not. By consciously sitting and doing that, okay, let me do thinking now. We are going to become more clear about these hidden desires that we have to do something with the thinking. No? And they surface somehow, they refine and they come to in one light and stable place of thinker. Like this, not only we become a much more stable thinker, a more undivided thinker, but also we become free from those things which are going to surface during the meditation time. No? So it is really very important, because during the meditation we have decided not to do anything. In one sense, we are kind of very open. Like we are not vigilant or alert or in the filtering mode. Normally when we are in the mind, we are in a state of filtering, that this thought I will not attend and this I will. So that vigilance is also so much not here when we are just relaxing in our being. No? In that time, those thoughts, feelings may surface and engage us also, if we are not aware of them in that way. No? But it is not really about thoughts and feelings so much, it's about our undividedness. So some degree of undividedness is achieved at the mind level through contemplation or introspection. No? But let us not misunderstand the capacity of it. No? The capacity of introspection or anything that is done through the mind is not that it can take us out of mind. Just to be very simple, for the being that we are, mind means engagement. So we cannot be free from engagement through engagement. We can only be free from engagement through disengagement. That is dhyan, just sitting and doing nothing. Doing nothing means really doing nothing, which includes even watching or seeing or being aware. Even that is not really included in it. That okay, just sitting and doing nothing, but watching, but being aware, but being conscious. There is a natural awareness or natural ability of seeing inside ourself, inside our being, when we are not doing anything. That is discovered naturally as soon as we slip out of mind. The awareness that we have generally is the awareness from the level of mind only, no? Which is more subjective, objective awareness, we would say. No? The awareness which is present in our own being when we are not doing anything, just sitting, is subjective in a way. Subjective in the sense of one being that we are is looking at everything at the same time. In some disciplines, this is also known as witness. I am a witness. Like this is that witness, ultimate witness that we are. So witnessing is our natural capacity when we are sitting in our own being. Not that we have to know anything by moving or by coming in the active state of our being. So the goal of this meeting is also to understand and come in our inactive state of being, where we not only discover who we are, live the joy of our being, but also we discover that I have a natural awareness, a natural witnessing, like a mirror of awareness, present all the time, reflecting everything as it is going on. So I don't have to make an effort to see things as they are going on in my inside my body, mind, and like this. And that makes us free from the sense of fear, which we might experience when we are slipping out of mind. That when I'm out of mind, I'm kind of out of, I'm in that state where I'm not knowing anything. Not really. It may look like that, maybe in a moment, but we are just coming in the place of being from where we have true knowing taking place all the time, naturally and always. So this is what I felt, beloved. If anybody want to talk to me about it, you can talk. If you want to further explore this, no? Josh, you want to talk?
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. I was just asking about the undividedness of thought or action. Is it that undividedness is in the thought as well as the action? It's like a fluid kind of thing that happens, or is there even no thought in that?
See, the undividedness of in the thinking and in the actions is a occasional thing that by default by itself may happen sometime, like when the whole being and is able to come together, no? For some reason, our favorite guest came to our house, we met our beloved on the way, or something like we got some raise or something like a surprise happened, then whole of the being rushes towards it, and that time we are in a way accidentally we are undivided in the thinking and in the action that time. No? But it is not really the thinking or the action which is giving us the experience of undividedness. It is the one who is living it or who is present in the thinking that time. So what I'm saying is that it is not about what we are thinking. It is about how much of us is thinking that. It is not about what we are doing, action. It is about how much of us is doing that. So by default, many of us, maybe not all, but many of us find ourselves to be in that divided state where we are doing something, like we are doing A, and we are also engaged in some other ways with B, C, D, E, F also, which is mostly through thinking or imagining about other things while we are doing the A. No? So the message which I am trying to give here through this contemplation is to sit quietly inside your being, and at the level of thinking, first at the level of thinking, let there be awareness now. This is like a awakening at the level of mind. That is it not true that I am the thinker of this thought which I want to think, or this subject on which I want to think right now? And also I am the thinker of other subject which I am thinking right now. Why I am thinking all these subjects at the same time? And you may find some valid reason sometime, but mostly there will be no valid reason for it. It will look like, no, it just makes no sense, because I'm not able to justify any of the subject. Then let me justify this subject first, because time is, like we may feel many times in the mind that if I don't keep thinking about all these 3-4 subjects, they will fall or I will miss the chance to think about them. But at some point, as we will become more stable thinker, we will realize that this is not the best way of thinking really. The best way of thinking is attending one subject at a time, no? Which is not really something very new, which I am sharing right now. Many people who live in life and who have succeeded in life, they have this kind of abilities. But maybe naturally, maybe they have not developed through practices. But here we can, because it is essential for us to slip out of mind and remain in our inactive state of being through in the meditation, in the dhyan. That time this ability will be required. That time when you have decided to not attend any thoughts now. No. So from attending every thought at a time to attending one thought or one thinking process at a time, then to I'm not going to attend any thought process or any subject of thinking right now, to just being. That time this will help us. Otherwise we will feel that I'm trying to just sit and do nothing and I don't know why I just keep thinking. The answer to why I keep thinking is in this contemplation, in this approach. Is this understood? Oh, thank you. In general, this is also very good for living a stable life, by the way. Like it gives us stability and clarity. Because why we don't have clarity many times? Because we are spending much less ability of thinking on that particular subject where we need clarity. Because a lot of our ability of thinking is being spent in other thoughts, processes or subjects which are irrelevant mostly, or we are not really spending our thinking ability on them consciously. Here we will become conscious that I will consciously spend my thinking ability on any subject which I want, which I feel suitable, but not unconsciously, not like I don't know why I'm thinking. No. So this is what a sort of a correction possible at the mind level, and which is a very powerful thing. Like I like that example, and let me bring it to you that in Tibetan meditation, I just heard that. I might be wrong in quoting the names, but I feel that let's say in some discipline of meditation, they have two phases. One is meditation and one is preparation of mind before meditation. In that could be many things, but what I can remember right now was one thing was training of attention. How they do is that first of all, take any object of perception and focus on this thing. Focus is not like concentration so much. It may look like that. It may look stressful, that much stressful, but it's not really. It's just focusing on one thing and not focusing on anything else that time. They are doing the same thing which I am suggesting in the physical way, through the physical way now. No? Like I am saying thought, they are saying a object of perception through senses, which is again through the thought only, ultimately. No? So just focus on this. Focus on this. And they will succeed slowly. So they are training the mind, or basically that you are able to focus on this. And then stress goes away slowly. We will become more comfortable, relaxed in keeping our focus on one thing. No? Then second part of the training of attention is now move the object and keep your focus. It's like a object tracking in a video recording. No, it's almost like this. No, like you keep your focus and not looking at anything which is in the background. No, not looking at anything which is in the background. Just keeping your focus when moving, like this. No. Again, this is. There's another part of preparation of the mind, so this is what I'm saying, that through contemplation, we are ourselves doing something to train ourselves or to crystallize ourselves in a way, to more make ourselves stable, undivided, and clear. Clear in the sense of not really clear about everything, but in the sense that we will have a sense of satisfaction when we will look at something and we will understand those things inside us. Like, yeah, I understood actually something. That contentment is not really so much coming from the things that we have understood, but more how deeply we have understood them inside us. No? Like this. Thank you. So very good. Anybody else can talk also if you feel. Yeah, Leena ji.
Hello.
Hello.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Hey, yeah, I feel this. I want to pick up from straight your last statement, which was that there's a contentment in how deeply you understand the thing. And it's very funny because I feel somehow what you share has different directions, and it's complex in a way. But then on the other side, there is a contentment because the understanding is so silent and so one. I don't know how to express it better, but when you share about contemplation, for example, and I'm wondering, what is this? Then I feel it's the ability to think, but also to understand, and this understanding is also not apart from it's myself also. So it all comes down to one, but we have this language to separate these things, and it's so amazing to see how undivided these matters are.
Oh, yes, yes.
So, yeah.
Very, very well said. Thank you. It is very true that somehow over the period of time, living in life, body, mind, thoughts, feelings, all of that, as if we have forgotten that we are one and undivided being. And what can help us? Just sit quietly, do nothing. Then what should I do? Sit quietly and do nothing. Then afterward, what should I do? Sit quietly and do nothing. If this works, then we will come to the one undivided being. But we may come sometime through this simple approach, but with lot of struggle and lot of boiling happening inside, like this and that. What I mean. So that's why directly meditation does not appeal to most of the people, or it appeals maybe, but we don't succeed so easily. Why? Because we are not there yet. We are not at the level of being and doing. And we are asked, don't do anything. So we will, as simple as, okay, I was doing and now I am not doing. No, we are at the level of mind now for a long time, and we are just continuously living at the mind level, and we are thinking. So that's why the contemplation can help us more, that it is all right, continue thinking. Don't stop thinking, or don't do anything, meaning don't think. Will not appeal here so easily. Meaning it will appeal maybe, but we will not succeed. So no, continue thinking, but think more in a systematic way, like in the sense of try to be more undivided, like try to come to one more. So at the level of thinking, we are achieving exactly the same thing, which ultimately we are going to declare as our final attainment in the direction of awakening. But it has been broken into small doable steps so that we can actually succeed. Exact same thing which we achieved through Dhyan and Satsang can be achieved up to some degree so that we gain confidence. One more thing, the more undivided we are, the more we will not be convinced that there is something called undivided being, that I am. The little bit, if we start feeling the undividedness, even at the level of thinking, we will start feeling that yes, maybe you are right. Like we already have started tasting our undividedness, even a little bit. And that will be a very good place from where we can take the invitation of Dhyan, that where we are going to actually experience our undividedness without doing anything. So that is also the link. So you are very right, actually. This whole thing is one thing only. It's not like many, many things. It's just about from where to start, or particularly where we are. Only we can start where we are. No? Like I heard this example from Osho a long time back, that it is not really so. It is important to find the map, find the point, destination where we are going to go on the map. But what is more important is I am here, like where we are exactly. That is more important. So because we are going to start from there only. We cannot start from, somewhere. We cannot start from somewhere. We can start only from where actually we are. So this contemplation also kind of reveals somehow where we are right now. Where we are means like what is our interest and many, many things. It's just about being more aware. We are the whole spirituality, I feel, in one sense, is trying to find different ways to become more aware. No? More aware means more undivided knower. More aware means more undivided knower. No? Meaning same knower of this thing also and that thing also now. Same thinker of this thing also and that thing also. By the way, what is thinking? Ultimately, ultimately thinking is nothing but seeing, you know. Not ultimately, it's immediately. Thinking is seeing, no? And what is being and this natural awareness? It is seeing without thinking. So this seeing is always going to be fresh look. Like an innocent, fresh look of the being at body, mind, thoughts, feelings, life and everything. No? Through thinking, we have limited ourselves in a way. No, like we have a limited scope. Without thinking, we have full scope. Like we can fully see the thing that we are trying to see. No? Like this. But trying to see without thinking, oh my God, no mind state. I don't want to go here. You know, we feel like this because we are so accustomed or used to of living through the thinking, seeing everything through the thinking. So the contemplation enables us to see that also a little bit, wake up at that level also. That why I'm thinking about something which I'm actually tasting right now, like drinking or eating, even, you know, and that this is highlighted. So non-essential thinking starts falling away also. And when we succeed in thinking what is essential, we become much more relaxed actually after thinking that. Not that we live in the restlessness, you know. The restlessness mainly happens in the thinking when we are not able to sufficiently think on a subject which is necessary to be thought about. No? We feel so restful now after that. I thought enough about it. No? So I hope that this is what we are talking. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, somehow it brings so much joy in me to. It's just this joy of it's so magical, this whole setup.
It is actually. Because once we come to the oneness of being, no, oneness of our being, that I am one being, that should be the end of the program, no? But it is not actually. There's something deeper than that also. Okay, I am one being now. Then even this one is not there anymore. Zero. Or zero is not there. Zero is also a number, no? So it's like no number. Neither I am divided nor I am undivided now. Like not like an entity or not like a form anymore. No? This is also discovered naturally. But for that a sort of a preparation is required. That preparation is called stability. It's essential. Stability is absolutely essential, and it has been declared essential in every discipline, by the way. So it's not that I'm sharing some new thing in a way, or I'm requesting something unusual. No, it's essential, because the more stable we are when we are one being, say, sitting in our own being, not doing anything, the higher chances we have of revelation of that truth. At the level of being one being, we realize that even there is some effort still here. Through this Dhyan, just sitting, we become sensitive that am I making any effort? in being myself, and it is highlighted, yes, I am making some effort. And then let go of that effort also happens. As if the ocean is trying to remain as a drop. That effort disappears somehow. As if the ocean is trying to remain as a drop. But it has to be highlighted. It cannot be, obviously, we cannot use the language of thinking now, feeling, experiences, or anything here. It is at the level of thinker now, not at the level of thinking. It is at the level of experiencer of feelings, not at the level of feeling, or any experience for that matter. That is what is being. Thinker, being is the thinker, no? Whether we are right now knowing it or not, who is thinking? Any thoughts, even when we are confused, even when we don't know that whether I should do contemplation or not, who thinks? Same one being, no? That same one being thinks. No? And that's why it has a possibility of knowing itself fully, completely, fully in the sense of in the true state of being where there is no effort, but being is still here. No? Meaning the awareness of existing is still here. Awareness that I exist is still here, without absolutely any effort now. So this is that goal. That same awareness which is at the level of mind is funneled somehow, brought back to the absolutely inactive state of being, where we exist but without any effort. And the awareness which was used in the thinking and everything is now being used to be aware of this truth, that I exist without effort. A very beautiful thing I remember, Nisargadatta Maharaj has said somewhere that this inside us, this sense of our own existence, I am, is like a hoarding, it's like a board. The absolute begins from here. Not that the absolute ends here. He did not say that absolute ends here. Absolute begins from here. It is like a maturity of our being and readiness for sitting in the silence of our being. Through Dhyan, we achieve that, attain that readiness for quietly sitting in our being. It's not about now what thoughts are going or not. No, we have already agreed. We have already started enjoying the silence. Like, we have already started succeeding and we have already started enjoying the joy in the silence of our being. We are not, coming out of it like this again and again. And then I feel, Leena, then the satsang begins. What is satsang? Satsang is being in the silence of our being and revelation of deeper truth happening now more and more. No? So what we are having right now is a meeting, which essentially it is a satsang, because for some of you it is working like a satsang continuously. Like you were already sitting quietly in your being before here, and then we are continue sitting now. And now revelation of truth is happening deeper also now. No? But within this meeting also talks are happening, discussion also happening for different regions. But ultimately the goal is one. No? Lina, to discover who we are, we need to be free and available for this discovery. And this freedom basically is freedom from engagement with different things, mainly thoughts, mainly thinking. No? So through contemplation and meditation, we become free from engagement with thinking. Then we become available for discovery of who we are, which is basically possible by just sitting in ourselves, in the silence of our being. The revelation of who we are happens in the silence of our being, not through thinking about who we are, not through holding on to a certain state of energies, no, but in the effortless state of our being, it is revealed who we are. And this is, Lina, a very powerful revelation. It is not just the revelation of who we are, it is actually revelation of truth. Revelation of truth includes revelation of all the other truth also in relation to who we are also. It is a revelation of the fundamental truth, one truth, in the silence of our being. No? Like we can say absolute truth is revealed in the silence of being, and the relative truth is revealed in our active states, like this, which is not really so much truth, Lina. It is more truth got reflected in the mind and captured very accurately by the mind. Truth is not there now, but truth is still here in the silence of your being. But mostly we catch the reflection in the mind. We don't catch what is being reflected in the mind right now. You know? So, living in the true state or natural state of our being is not only freedom from engagement with thinking, it is freedom from that mode in which we live in the mind. We live in the mind in the mode of thinking or seeing continuously. Like seeing means like external, making everything objective. Like, objectifying everything, like making everything a object. And being free from this effort of trying to see or watch everything into not doing anything. Because we cannot see ourselves. We cannot see ourselves. We can see everything, but we cannot see ourselves. But by sitting quietly in our being, after realizing that I cannot see myself by effort, by seeing. Effort means seeing, no? Trying to see. Ultimately, whether thinking or not, we understand that, okay, let me quietly sit now. And there's an inner seeing takes place inside us. That is what I call wonder. This is wonder happening in the being. It is not a seeing, it is not a effort, it is wonder. It is not self-inquiry happening in the being. Self-inquiry is more in the mind level, no? I am not the outer mind, but the whole of the mind. All the depths of the mind are covered through self-inquiry. In one sense, Elena, self-inquiry does not answer who I am, but it shows us that in this method or in this place where I am, it cannot be found who I am. I need some other place or some other method. But truly we know this now. So that's why now we are able to sit quietly. And then nothing is able to pull us out of that decision to sit quietly. Because we have no hopes from the mind anymore. As long as we have hopes that maybe I did not check in this way or in this direction, or maybe the question was wrong or something. No? Because maybe the question was what I am, and I was asking who I am. No, maybe like this. Maybe the right question was what I am. Maybe like this. Yeah. Very, very happy, beloved, to talk to you and explore truth with you so simply and directly. Thank you.
Same. Thank you so much for this beautiful share. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It is because of you that such a simple and direct exploration taking place, beloved. Thank you. It feels like this, like as if life is waiting, the source is waiting to explore, to live, to be revealed, like this. And in an opportunity like this, it is revealing itself, knowing itself. Very nice, thank you. Mila, you want to talk?
Yes, Guruji, thank you. At the beginning, you started with this clarification, and I following your kind of guidance, I would say. And during that period which we had meeting, I was sleeping out.
Flipping out?
Yes, like sleeping out of...
Slipping out.
Yeah. Of everything. And what I realized, that slowly I came to that kind of understanding that, yes, my addiction was with the silence, because silence was the only one quality for me which I could handle, because it was a safety place for me to go out of everything, and it was that quality which I could clarify that yes, this is the place where I'm out of everything. And that was the quality which I can also sense, because I needed to sense something, because I needed some quality to call myself. And somehow, as far as I could see this, I realized that this is, I don't know, you can change if I'm not wrong, it is like the last kind of consciousness understanding, because it's also something, it's like a quality which consciousness can call something, but after this it's kind of end of consciousness, or end of capacity of understanding.
Yeah. It's very beautiful, no?
Yes.
And this, what you are saying, is it not understanding in one sense? In a normal sense, maybe not in the sense that you are speaking, but like you have understood something deeply right now. No? But for you to now for you to live in that which is beyond this silence, or for you to live yourself, does the silence has to disappear, like it should not be there? Because otherwise, if it is there, you will get caught up with it and you will identify yourself with it or something.
No.
It has been just understood, no? So this level of understanding is what basically is waking up. Waking up like, oh, because the place where we are in the depth, in a way, in the center, in the center, you're talking about in the center of your being, center of the individual consciousness. From here, even a simple thing seen is waking up basically, like it cannot be lost now. Because it is not the field of dividedness of thoughts, feelings, or thinking and feeling. No? It is the place of thinker. No, this is the place of thinker actually. Place of knower, place of one who is trying to be aware of everything. No? At this place, what reveals remains. No? This knowledge will not be lost now. But this is not like a thought. This is not like an understanding of the mind. This is not like an experience also. No? This is not a conclusion based on an experience that I'm feeling so quiet, so silent, and right now, it means I'm in my true state. You know? And as soon as the silence is not there, oh my God, it means I have lost my true state now, no? So that will not happen in your case now, because you are not defining your truth based on a quality anymore, no? Meaning it has been understood. Let us enjoy in this truth of who we are, beyond the qualities, and more importantly, beyond the need for any qualities. No, because that is more important. You have not become free from qualities. You were always free from qualities. That the true being that you are, the truth that we are. But there was a need to identify with the quality, no, which is not there right now. And let there be these qualities, let there be this silence right now, as a contrast. No? Don't try to go deep somewhere. There is no deep somewhere in the being that you are beyond silence. No? There is no deep here. In the being beyond silence, there is no depth or anything. No? It is not deep. It is just simple. Like much more simple than anything we have experienced so far. No? Allow this simplicity to be appreciated and lived by you. That's all right now. Of course, right now. No? Now, Mila, where you are right now. Do you need any effort now to be who you are? Effort is required to be a thinker, to be a doer, to be an experiencer, or to be silence, no, or to be silent. More importantly, why we like the silence also? Because we want to be silent. Because if I am not living the silence, then I will be living the noise of the mind and dividedness, which totally is a good idea, by the way. That's the understanding of doing dhyan, so that we can withdraw ourselves more easily from the dividedness or thinking so much, meaning the non-essential part of it. Essential thinking is perfectly going to continue. But now you don't need, now you don't have the need to be silent. No? Then can there be any effort in this fundamental state of, place of being? Can there be any, do we need any effort to be ourselves? What are you saying?
No, I don't need.
Yes. And don't consider it end of this divine game. Remain alert here, because then again some kind of uneasiness may arise inside, that we will start trying to come back to our true state again. Whenever we notice that I have started trying to come back to my natural state again, remember, we cannot come to our natural state by effort. We can remain in our not true state with effort, but we cannot come back to our true state with effort. Remember this. That time, no? This is like a golden key, a understanding happening in the being. No? I'm just sharing with you that it may reach to your being and kept in your being that, I'm making effort. It means, so it's not about in what state I am. Am I making effort in relation to remaining as myself? That should be the checkpoint, no? That some misunderstanding happened. Let me wake up a little bit. Not start doing more or not stop doing anything. Just wake up a little more. Just wake up basically. What happened? Why I'm making effort again in relation to myself? You will be making effort for everything else except yourself. And you will find yourself also sitting in your being, in the truth of your being and living yourself. Will that be effort? No. It will not be effort, it will be just a decision to remain in my inactive or natural state. Meaning to not come in the active state. So it will not be effort, it will be a let go of effort only. Just remember this also.
Yes, Guruji, thank you for this taste.
And during this time, let's say when you have decided to just sit quietly in yourself now. Quietly means just sit in yourself now. You will notice that sort of a process will go through, like a reverse process will go through, go in your energies. Like they will start also trying to follow, to become quieter. During that time, they might be sometime bit more noisier than they were before. And let them be the way they are. They are just trying to unwind everything, basically. So that's no problem. Like they are trying to come to what we can call silent state of being. Silent state of being requires very quiet movement of energies also to maintain the body, mind and life during that time when the being is sitting quietly. So allow that also. Don't believe that, oh my God, my energies are moving, it means I am not inactive. No, the energies will continue moving for some time. As if the engines of a aeroplane taking time in cooling down, even when it has landed, like that. Allow that to cool down. Don't believe that movement, like you are in the active state. And like this, you will get to know also how energies get activated or deactivated also. Like we will get to know that also. So thank you. Very, very good.
Thank you very, very. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Namaste Ji. Ji, I want to come in front of you. I just feel like each word, what you said, it all for me. Because I always, like, I can say now I feel like so much complain.
So much?
Complain.
Complain? You have complained right now?
Myself. Like, I am so bad, I'm not doing well, or like, so I'm not stable, and I try to be stable, then I will more trouble, like more divided.
Yeah, I understand that. Can I share one more time what I shared in the beginning? What is the relevance of contemplation? Or for that matter, all the other activities which we can even call supporting activities, in support to meditation. So the relevance of supporting activities, supporting for meditation is that so that we are able to sit quietly in ourselves. But there is one more factor I noticed, that do we want to sit quietly in ourselves? Like, have we seen the importance of it? This is also very important. Like, only when we have seen the importance of it, that yes, this gives me the highest possibility of my life, of my being, then only we can sit quietly in ourselves. So, right now you can begin with contemplation. But contemplation not so that you can think more or better, but this time contemplation so that you may choose to not think anything right now and slip into your being, which is what is just sitting in yourself, in the inactive state of your being. Inactive means not a thinker state of being state of the thinker. So you can start like this. Although contemplation as such is a very powerful process of refinement of think at the level of thinker, which is very useful, even can be useful for practical life a lot actually. Like we can be a better thinker, more resolved thinker, thinking process is more refined also, more stable, and gives better results every time. But this time, so you start contemplation in the sense that contemplation in this case will be that because things have got mixed up inside right now, like feeling like this, feeling like that, I'm having complaint with me and all that. So as a whole, you can come up with one question, and try to get the answer of that one question, and this will become a contemplation process to get out of a lot of dividedness at the level of thinking or mind into one stable place of being within the mind only, but one undivided thinker or experiencer. No? So what would be that question? You tell me. Meaning, are you able? Can you come up with some question right now? Like which can solve the answer of which can solve all of your problems right now? Or maybe not question, but like what should happen now? And this is part of contemplation, by the way.
I just say to myself, like, I want to just sit, whatever
You want to sit quietly.
Whatever going on.
You want to sit quietly and you are not able to, or this is why the complaint?
I always begin like this, but I am not able to.
To sit quietly with yourself. And so I can sense some questioning here. So can I ask you like this? So how much of you want to sit quietly, and how much of you want to attend the complaint right now? Because you are having complaint also. You are unhappy about not able to sit quietly. So this is the subject of contemplation actually, because there is a dividedness now in the being that you are. Part of you is attending that desire that I want to sit quietly, and part of you is attending the unhappiness towards it because I am not able to. You will have to choose one of the two at any point of time, like right now. So do you want to continue being unhappy about it, or do you want to be able to sit quietly in yourself? This is the contemplation part, no? Which is like, contemplation for me is always self-contemplation in a way, no? Like you do it yourself. So do it yourself right now. Check between these two options that which way I want to go, and any way will be fine. Because after crying enough, you will anyway come back to the decision that I want to sit quietly, and you will be able to. Because it's not about how difficult it is to sit quietly in ourselves. It is about how much of us have decided to sit quietly. No? How much of us in this case is the more undivided decision maker. No? Which you can be anyway right now. Doesn't matter which way you decide or what you choose. No? So please do that right now. Don't be in a hurry also. Like sitting quietly is the best thing to do, that's why I should do it. Don't do like this. Because that will be again an imposition of another layer of unawareness or like the unconsciousness. Because those kind of decisions you cannot retain. You will not be able to retain those decisions. No? Like let us come to some kind of stability which is sustainable, which can be sustained also. No? Okay, please do it inside you or talk to me and like this do it. No?
I want to sit quietly.
So if you want to sit quietly, then ignore the sense of complaint coming from you. Are you able to ignore? Try right now and see if you succeed. Be honest to yourself. Like only you are going to lose or you are going to win. No? So ignore the complaint part. There is a complaint, like a feeling that unhappiness. So ignore that right now and focus on I want to sit quietly. This part more. No? And then report to me, please. What happened?
Jeevit, you're helping. really easy to sit quietly.
No, I'm not talking about sitting quietly right now. I'm talking about decision. So have you come to the decision, comfortable now, and just sitting with the decision? You have not started sitting quietly yet. You have only come to the decision that yes, I want to sit quietly and I'm able to ignore the sense of complaint. Have you come to this level right now? That's my question. Because you have started doing meditation while doing contemplation. Not a good idea. Because that's what we are doing when we are meditating, trying to contemplate. And neither we are contemplating that time nor we are meditating. Meditation is not doing anything. Not that that is a nice place where I can contemplate better. Maybe for you, because it is quieter than the what we call place of mind or something. But it's not really about the place, it's about you. It's about you being undivided. So are you undivided right now and staying in that undividedness of your decision to sit quietly and ignore the sense of complaint happening inside me? This is my question.
Yes, this moment
Eh?
now I decide. So, yeah.
So this is good, no? Because beloved, contemplation basically is same thing. Contemplation is same thing. Like um, what we do in meditation, we remain in an inactive state, like the decision to remain in the inactive state, not doing anything. But before that, doing one thing at a time. That is contemplation, doing one thing at a time. From doing many things at the same time to doing one thing at a time. Then from doing one thing at a time to not doing anything. No? The meditation. No? This is the path. No? What I shared as 2110 framework. No? This is that framework. And we have only come from 2 to 1. And then from 1 to 1 being. And then from 1 being to 0 also after that. No? Which we were living also before. No? So now stay with me in this decision that I want to sit in my being now. No? Not now in the sense of just now, but this is more important for me than the feeling of complaint or anything else. So let this decision be challenged now. Not that, okay, I'm kind of ready now. I think it's the best time. Let us slip into the being right now. Otherwise, I will again get diverted. And no, if you will get diverted here, you will get diverted much more easily from the inactive state of your being. So that's not like a magic thing to just come in the being and everything changes. In reality, it does, but only for those who have value for their truth, no? for what we are in the inactive state. No? When we have enough value for what we are in the inactive state, then yes, it is a pure magic. Nothing else is required. So please stay with me right now in the decision to not attend anything and only attend the thought or the decision that I want to sit quietly. You are not sitting quietly yet. It is still in the domain, in the field of doing. No, you are still in the aspect of doing only. But now you are doing only one thing continuously for few seconds now. Now few seconds doing only one thing, that as soon as I'm done with this contemplation, I'm only going to sit quietly. During this time, only thinking about sitting quietly. Okay? And not thinking about anything else. Like we are training ourselves in a way. We are bringing ourselves from dividedness into more undividedness. No? We are making ourselves more natural and efficient thinker, or more natural and naturally undivided decision maker. No, like this. So during this time, were you able to stay in this decision, or the thoughts or feelings, different type of thoughts which are related to it or unrelated, were they able to pull you? So now you said that no, they were not able to pull, right? Now let us sit together also. Now let us do that thing for which we did contemplation. Okay. So what was the contemplation? That I want to just sit quietly in my inactive state. No? You have already transcended your attractions which are coming, which come in the form of thoughts and feeling, engagement with the thoughts and feeling. You have transcended them already, no? Now all that you have to do is let go of your holding onto this decision. This decision is not required anymore, no? So just let go. And you will find yourself sitting quietly in your being in the inactive state. Okay? Now do it. Also, do it means do, stop doing now. And if you feel any problem, any confusion, any dividedness, anything else except joy, peace, and completion of your being, and dividedness of your being, if you feel anything else, report to me. Until then, continue enjoying. Because this is not something which has been given to you by somebody. You have earned it by doing enough contemplation before it, no? By making yourself undivided. You have earned it. This is your own attainment. Be happy about it. Be bold about it. Rejoice. No? Because it was never about which thought or feeling is more important than other. It was about whether doing is important or not doing anything. It was about that in relation to just sitting. It was just one decision, doing or not doing. It was never about what doing and what not doing. No. So this is understood somehow in your being right now, that doing is not a problem. And I will be doing things. I will be in the active mode whenever necessary. But to experience myself and to discover who I am, I need to be in the inactive mode, which is what is Dhyan, fundamental meditation, just sitting and doing nothing. And this is such a beautiful, powerful place. Where we don't really understand what we understand through thinking in fragments, but we understand the same thing fundamentally, in essence. No? Everything is understood in essence here. But don't be in a hurry to understand anything. Things are understood without effort, meaning without we trying to understand them. They are revealed. This is what it means. They are revealed. The truth of things, nature of things is revealed. While we are rejoicing in the effortlessness, the bliss, the joy of our being, the silence of our being. I hope all of you are also with me in this contemplation and dhyan. Now we are in the dhyan part. No? Don't be really, don't force yourself, because this dhyan cannot be forced. It can only be understood and allowed by us when we understand correctly. So all of you, I think, have understood well. If yes, allow now. Allow dhyan to happen. Dhyan means allow yourself to be in the inactive state of your being. There cannot be a technique about it, because it's not a how to do it. It is about how not to do everything or anything. No? And we are doing it together in the sense that we are in this decision together that let's not do anything right now for some time, so that we can stay in the natural truth, natural experience and natural joy of our being. No? Even if we are able to succeed in this for few seconds, it will be very good. Meaning few seconds continuously, just sitting and doing nothing. And then something will come again. Some feeling will come and it will be able to engage us for some time. And then we will remember again that, oh, I have decided to do nothing right now. And then we will again detach ourselves from that engagement. No? But right now, what we call being, being. We are called a being also, no? We are called a being. Being basically is this, what we are right now. Being without doing anything. Existing without doing anything. Being for me means existing without doing anything. In this time when we are in Dhyan, in meditation, it is not the mind understanding that I exist without effort. That's why a movement of thought is not required. You don't need to attend that. A thought process is not knowing that I exist without effort. It is you who really exists without effort, is knowing that I exist without effort. You are knowing this beyond a thinking process or beyond mind. Because ultimately mind is nothing but a thinking process or collection of thinking processes going on simultaneously. Beyond any and every thinking process, beyond any and every effort, we are right now. Just sitting, doing nothing. And naturally, we are coming to this more relaxed state in our inactive being, no? In our being, where we are not at the border of doing and not doing. We are more merged or more relaxed in the non-doing state of our being right now, which is the truth of who we are. Like a deeper truth of who we are is also revealed or more clearly experienced by us right now. And there is a clear assurance that when necessary, I will be able to do. It's just that right now I am not doing anything. When necessary, I will be able to think. Like becoming more comfortable in this non-doing state of our being. And I found that we can be much more efficient doers after sitting in the non-doing state of our being. It is not vice versa really, that if I sit too much in the non-doing state of my being, I will not be a doer. No, generally we are much better doer, more undivided, more stable, more clear doers, thinkers, when we come out of this non-doing state of our true being, no? Of the truth of our being. We are naturally undivided in our actions, in our thinkings and decisions. So thank you, beloveds, for joining this. Thank you, Rajee. Such a beautiful, beautiful moment. No? We have the joy that we experience, no, the blessedness that we experience here in the silence of our being, in the inactivity of our being. We have not known that before actually. It is so much more beautiful than anything we have experienced before that. Slowly we will find ourselves in this silence of our being, more and more free from the tendencies, no tendencies that we have in the mind level. Tendency to hold on to something, tendency to try to understand, tendency to try to convert it into a fixed experience or something. All those tendencies will slowly, we will leave them more and more in the mind level, and we will slip into our being naturally. It will just be there always, because this what we experiencing here is actually what we are without any effort. Meaning this is we are, in one sense we can say we are experiencing the creation of the source in the form of our essential being. No? We are the creation of one source. No? We are experiencing the hands of that one source in the form of the joy, truth, and the silence that we are here, the being. Being without doing, no? Existing without doing. It's not about experiencing it in the normal way of experiencing. It's not about thinking about it or understanding it. It's about living who we are. It's about living who we are. Why we should live who we are? Because who we are, that always. Because by not living who we are for quite a long time, a misunderstanding has happened inside us. That misunderstanding is called the false self, and we have started living as that. Living the thoughts and feelings, engaging in the actions is not a problem. But not living as who we are is what creates confusions, dividedness, false desires, false expectations also from life. No? So the answer to that is living in the truth of who we are. So that misunderstanding is removed completely, slowly maybe, but completely, finally. Then we will be thinking again, we will be feeling again, we will be doing things again, but we will not find anybody here except the same silent being that we are when we are not doing anything. We will find ourselves that same being who is who we are in the silence, in the inactivity of our being. We will be the same when we are inactive, we will be the same when we are active. Like this. And slowly the truth of the activity is also revealed. What exactly is activity? What do I do? How do I do anything? It is revealed slowly. Before that we are living in the misunderstanding mostly. Like we can very quickly declare, I am the thinker, I think. But we don't know how we think. We don't know what thinking is. And we don't know who we are that time. So all of that happens in kind of a unconscious unawareness. Now it will happen in awareness more. Awareness of how, sponsored by self-awareness. Naturally, this correction also happens here. Thank you, beloved. Anybody else can also talk to me if you feel. Yeah, Joyji.
Namaste, Ji.
Namaste.
Thank you for the guiding. I feel during the guiding is like only the breathing and the being here.
Isn't it so amazing, no? Breathing and the being here. Breathing and the being that we are, no? In one sense, Joy, both are reminding each other of their existence, no? Like they are coexisting. The breathing and the being is coexisting. Yes? I'm sure some of you are also able to live with me right now. Let us live right now that the breathing and the being is existing by support of each other, no? Meaning being that we are existing in this body by the support of breathing. No? Breathing is that bridge which is keeping us in the body. No? And Joy, it is simply true like this always. It's just that our attention gets engaged with other things which are happening after that. The thinking, feeling, decision making, actions and everything. No? But let us keep ourselves disengaged from everything right now. And naturally we can notice this. Being, breath and the body. Only three things. Which are actually in a way one thing only. Breath is like physical and not physical at the same time. Body is totally physical. Being is totally not physical. You know. And Joy, this is what we are knowing in the inactive state of our being. Inactive state or natural state of our being. No? We are knowing that I am. We are knowing that breathing is happening. Breath means breathing is happening. And we are knowing that body is also existing. So this is the knowledge of the inactive state. No? This is what we are knowing in the inactive state of our being. No? What is our active state is what we call mind state. No? That is our active state. In the sense that now we are going to think about body, we are going to think about breath, we are going to think about ourselves also. And like this we are going to think about everything else also. But ultimately it is going to be either about body, either about ourselves as the body, or either about anybody and everybody else as the form, which is going to be in some way similar to our form also. Do you see what I'm saying? The fundamental thinking comes from here. Like we don't have that free thinking mostly yet. Free thinking is available in this inactive state of being. In the active state, we are attached in some way, not identified maybe, but attached to the body, supporting the body, giving life to the body, or doing things. No, and then somehow our ability of thinking may not be so open in a way, or so free, so universal in a way, like this. And as we will live silently in the truth of our being, our natural wisdom will wake up here more. Then we will know both the versions. The version through the mind, version from beyond the mind also, no? Because we cannot know this from within the mind, but we can know mind from within this, no? Where we are. And also, Joy, I feel like sharing with all of you, beloved, that when we have come here in this silence, in the truth of our being, and we have started living from here, now we will truly know what is the meaning of flowering We will find ourselves, for example, we will find our thinking ability as a seed. It will start refining itself more now. Like as if it is flowering, opening. No? Like the higher, subtler, simpler thinking, more efficient thinking will take place now. No? Which may not look like thinking at all. It's like, I'm just looking here. I'm not thinking. No? And you are thinking, you are at your best that time in terms of thinking. Like you have considered all the facts which are necessary. Like the essence of all the facts you have consumed already, and you are just making a decision out of that. So that will be a subtler thinking, which looks like sometime I'm not thinking at all. No? So these flowering also will naturally take place inside us. Ability to feel life also will evolve somehow. Like more higher possibilities of that also will take place. Just felt like sharing that. Thank you. Very, very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jim.
But Joy, what you have said is also something very fundamental. Like we can keep it like a key. That when we get too much attached to the mind, in the sense of we get like basically in this case, when we say I'm caught up in the mind, basically means that we are caught up in such a way that we are not able to be inactive, no, or something like this you can say. And that time, this simple guiding which had taken place together will help a lot. Let us come back to the body, let us come back to the breath, and through that, let us come back to the being that we are. Because on one side, body exists, on another side exists the being that we are without effort, and in between is the bridge of breath. No? So if we focus on the breath and the body, very quickly we will come back to our natural sense of existence, out of mind in one sense. No? Basically out of compulsive engagement. We are caught up in the mind basically is a declaration of the being that I'm caught up in a compulsive engagement. It's not voluntary anymore. It's not by my choice anymore. Meaning I'm happy to choose to think and not to think when I want to. But right now I'm kind of caught up. I'm just continue thinking. I don't know how to not think now. So this also can help very simply in that. Contemplation will help in another way. Contemplation more helps when we are well established in the mind and we have no idea about who we are beyond it. That time contemplation helps a lot more. Contemplation can help directly also, but we did. That contemplation, Rajee, was more like a self-inquiry. We did sort of an inquiry, not self-inquiry, but So that can also work, but general contemplation helps more like this. It's like being more aware while remaining in the mind. Contemplation is like this fundamentally. Being more aware or conscious while remaining in the mind. Thank you. But this can help a lot in slipping out of mind when we are not able to just sit quietly in our being. So this can be done before Dhyan, before meditation, just sitting meditation. This can be done very easily. But only when we are willing to, like when the focus is that I am very interested in sitting in myself and very quickly I can, like this. Thank you.
But be honest that I seldom to do contemplation, but now when I do meditation, it's like so much joy that it's like the time to meet you more directly. So that's why so much joy in meditation now.
Actually, this joy is I think, very good report. Joy basically means not that you are able to pull some joy out of it. No, it was anyway there inside us. You are just able to live it because you are interested in it. No? It's a strange thing. It's just that when we are able to connect to who we are able to experience this joy which is without any cause. No? And why we are able to connect to this joy or being again and again? When we are interested in it. Like more interested than anything else. No? It's really as simple. So we have to sort out our interest also at some point. when we feel that I'm trying to stay in my being and not able to, that sorting out is also contemplation. What do I want? Is it one way of contemplating that, but at a fundamental level, no? Like this. So very, very good to hear this from you, that you are enjoying yourself. Like we can enjoy our being. Sometime I noticed that we are able to enjoy our being sometime, so that we get free from the noise of the mind or the disturbances caused by the mind. But still we are looking at the mind only, you know, as if mind is the heat and we are trying to subside that heat by dipping ourselves into the pool of our being, like this. And then we remain in the pool until 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. When the sun set down, we get out of it. But where we go? We go again in the field of mind only, no? And next morning is going to be the same story again, no? But we can come into our being not because we got defeated in the mind, but we see that nothing in the mind is as beautiful and content, satisfying or joyful as being in myself. You know, we can come to the being also like this, which I sense you are coming in this case. No? Coming to our being for ourselves, not for a remedy of a problem that we are facing. No. Being stable means coming to the state in the mind where we don't have problems anymore. We don't have life or joy anymore. Also there, the beauty of the being that we are is not there also. But there are no problems there anymore. Like we have come to a more resolved state of thinker. You know what I mean? Thank you, beloved.
Thank you, beloved. Thank you.
Very good. God bless you. I will just enjoy a little chai. Anybody want to talk to me also, you can talk. Or we can sit quietly also like this with the chai. Just an observation that when we are having this chai right now, if we are very interested in sitting in our being, then only the minimum energy and attention will come out of our being into the activity of having chai. Meaning sufficient enough to enjoy the chai fully, but not more than that. No non-essential energy or attention will come out of ourselves. Rest of it will just remain in our being, enjoying ourselves. No? So this is one way. Another way is that when we are not so interested in sitting and living in our own being, we are much more interested in coming out of it into the active mode. That time, when we are having this chai, we will get engaged with many other things also. It's not about whether they are there inside us or not. It is about whether we are interested in attending them or not. You know. So if you are still interested in living in your being, you can have chai or anything, and you will notice that no, I am not coming out of myself so much. I am coming as little as necessary, or appropriately, maybe. No? Yes, it was noticed, so I thought it would be nice to share. Like serve. It will be nice to serve it hot, no? Serve when it is hot. Thank you. You can add the sugar, sugar as per your own taste. Thank you, beloved. Yeah, Uma.
Namaste ji. Ji, I want to talk to you from this place where I am here. So, it is a joy to talk to you, and it is also to check and about clarity.
About?
About clarity where I am.
So tell me more. Say more. Say a few things. No? Like, kind of let us begin somewhere. That's what I mean.
Ji. I was in the guiding, and just before you shared with us, and I was living myself with very purity. But something I was noticing, and I keep this in front of you to see what is this. In that purity, I was noticing some, this is not, this is transparent, but still some, still something. I am very pure, but still some material like was also feeling there. The material quality is there.
Oh, yes. Um, as you are able to sit in your being more, your natural wisdom is waking up. Wisdom of your being is waking up, no? And that is why you are able to notice this, no? But let me bring you to where I want to want you to see something, no? Where you are seeing this something, it is not there really. It is in you, in the place from where you are seeing it. Just wake up a little more by sitting in the place from where you are seeing. Like, don't focus on what you are experiencing here, even in the silent state of your being. Focus on yourself from where you are experiencing it. And the purity or correction will take place in you. And then that thing will not be there anymore. Because what is bondage, Uma? Bondage is not really that there are some locks and we have to just find the key and open. The bondage is that we believe that there are locks, however there are no locks. This is the real bondage. No? So it is okay to experience that still there is something here, you know. But don't try to remove this something. Don't try to become nothing. But keep this whole thing in one light of your being and try to think, see, feel, or whatever, you know, like wonder that what will happen now out of it, no? Just don't go anywhere, you know, just don't go anywhere. Don't move it anywhere else. Just keep it in one light of your being. You be the one seer of this. What will happen now? That is awakening, Uma. A subtler awakening, maybe? No. At a more deeper level, which does not really include anything called like this, that thing which was there has disappeared now, or anything like this. No, it's something different. Like, you know, it's like another option which we have not thought of yet. You know, awakening is that option which we have not thought of yet. Allow that option to be revealed in you. You know? Don't be attached to this thing, this form too much also. That until this is gone, I am not free. Maybe the freedom is different than what you are expecting. Can you let go of all of your expectations about your awake true state of being? Meaning, can you let go of even your subtler expectations also now? And just remain in the emptiness of your being now. And if it doesn't feel like emptiness, let go of the idea of emptiness only. Don't try to fill yourself with emptiness of being. So let go means now let go of subtle mind also. Attachment to subtle mind also now. And Uma, mind is not really that there is a impression in the being right now. And when the being is looking at something, that impression is being projected onto that thing. This is not mind really. The mind is not seeing this truth. That is mind here. The sleep is not seeing this truth. That there is something mixed on the glasses of the seer. No? On the reading glasses of the seer, something is on the glass and it is just being projected. Not seeing this is sleep. So wake up more now. By seeing that what I am seeing is somehow being projected from myself. Let that projection continue. You are free now. What do you feel? Report something.
I did what you were sharing. I noticed that the subtle bondage inside me is, and that ultimately I will find myself.
Yeah. This is that last joke, no, on which we can laugh, no, together. Like this is what I think is called hypnosis, no, hypnosis, that I'm going to find myself inside in subtle experiences of truth, no. And on which side I will be? I will be on the side of the one that is known or achieved, or on the side of the knower and achiever, no? Where I will be that time, no? We don't think about this. So I think very good, Uma, that you noticed that what really is sleep. Unless we really realize or understand what is sleep or bondage, you know, we will try to jump onto something called freedom and hold on to it as long as we can, in the belief that I'm going to remain free if I hold on to it. Holding on to anything is the very bondage of the soul. Not holding on to anything, remaining in the effortlessness of being, is the only freedom, no? So the bondages come in many forms, many colors and sizes. Freedom does not come in many forms, colors and sizes. Freedom comes in only one color, one size, one way, no? That's why we don't describe what is freedom. We describe how it is achieved, no? Through effortlessness, through inactive state of being, no? Through inactive state of being, we don't really achieve freedom. We just discover that I am joyful and I am true, I am myself and I know myself when I am not doing anything, when I am in the inactive state. And however, the life flow will invite us to be active also. But in the whole day, we will find some time now. You know, that, aha, this is my time, my self time. No? So if you can see now, Uma, understanding is so important here. When that clarity is not there, then we will try to hold on to this and that and, like this. And when the clarity is here, nothing is lost, nothing is achieved, and yet the Deeper truth is revealed and attained by you now. Because truth is not running away anywhere. Truth of who we are is never running away anywhere. We are mostly in a hurry to declare that what it is. No? And very few are ready to perceive it as it is. No? Those who perceive it as it is, those who perceive as we are, they become free forever. Forever. They become free forever, actually. Because they don't become free because of the touch of the truth only. They become free because they have become free from their obsession to project. No? So in one sense, freedom basically is freedom from projecting. No? Like pure perception is what enables the freedom to be revealed as our natural state of being. No? Minus projecting, which is a learning through Dhyan, through contemplation also. A learning happened in the being. That projecting is a nice thing, but projecting basically is not pure perception. And pure perception is different from projecting. No? It is just about understanding. Let's say when we are projecting a movie on our own wall of our own room, no? Do we think that the wall has been cut from that area of the projected image or video? No? We know that is there. No? But when an internal projecting taking place in the form of thinking, supported by the perception, senses also, that it is not noticed that continuously projecting is taking place, and we are not perceiving life as it is. No? Come to the purity of your being, drop all your projections towards who you are, live in that purity and truth of your being. And the wisdom, our own wisdom will wake up, which will enable us to see that how much we are projecting continuously. And part of it is necessary also in practical life, by the way. Which is like part of the programming necessary to be able to live in the individual life and like this. No? Thank you, beloved. Very, very nice.
Thank you so much, Ji. Thank you so much.
And this is that place, Uma. Many beings have said, Kabir, I remember, that this is that place, jahan koi aaye na jaye. No? This is that place where nobody comes and nobody goes from here. No? This is that truth of who we are, from where nobody goes and nobody comes here. We cannot reach to the being that we are, to the truth that we are. We cannot come out of it, Uma. We do dream in between that we have come out of it. A very powerful dream. No? And then within the dream, as that dream character, we try to become free. Even if we can, we are still going to be in the dream only, no, Uma? It is, for me, it is much better to see clearly or see through the bondage than to hold on to a awakening or freedom, no? A freedom which we have not verified very clearly, which we have not received in the sober and simple state of our being, no? That freedom will be less valuable than a clear, stable knowing of the bondage. What is bondage? No? Meaning what is dream? Actually, knowing what is bondage within the dream, up to some degree, knowing the dream also, no? Like this. So just be more still, more stable, and you will be more clear. Bondage is not broken. Freedom is not achieved out of it. It is just that it is not found. Bondage is not found. Just slowly, slowly the dream is dissolving, Uma. Before it was like, I am the being who is present in all these bodies and all these thoughts and feelings. No. Then the dream disappears little more. These bodies, thoughts, feelings are also myself. No. Then yet again dream will dissolve. That I am not really limited to this body only. No. A universality is experienced at some point. Not necessarily all the time in the day when we are doing activity, but especially when we are inactive in this particular body mind. A universality of our being is experienced directly and very simply. No? It's amazing. Thank you, beloved. Thank you. Very, very, very nice. Very beautiful meeting with all of you, beloveds, today. Still we can spend few minutes and then we end this meeting now. This question is asked many times, no, in the spiritual context, that have you known that one by knowing which everything is known, and without knowing which nothing is known truly? No? This question is asked in spiritual context often. No? That one is ourself. And it is so simple, friends, to catch it when we are thinking. That time we are that same one, no? Lina was so simply living, no, with me. We are that same one even then when we are thinking. You know? We are experiencing anything, anywhere, in the whole day, every time. We are that same truth all the time. It's just about holding on to one and not, being distracted by manyness of thinking, of feelings, of experiences, or anything, engagement. No? It's just about this. And contemplation is the active way of coming to stability or oneness, stability or oneness at the mind level at the level of mind. Dhyan or just sitting meditation is the inactive way of coming to the natural oneness of our being. No? Also, like this. Now, Ekta, you want to talk?
Yes, Eli.
Namaste.
I just wanted to come in front of you and connect with you. During the talk, I could see myself at spaces where I couldn't understand or what was going on. Yet, the feeling was that even if I'm not getting it, I just still want to let me just be in it and listen. And maybe there'll be some thread, which will kind of, I'll meet you over there. And there is something that just the state between I felt that the more I wanted to get it, I would never get it. And the moment, I just kind of, just let it be. It's okay. And that's the time, where I could actually feel the movement just change, and I could just flow in tune. And just the state of being inactive, it's like, okay, just let go. And that's when I feel the magic happened.
Yes, yes. It's true.
I just wanted to connect with you, and when you were making the call, I just wanted to pick it up and say hello.
To have this, to appreciate this magic, no, is one thing, no. Another thing is to the understanding that how this magic happens, no. So this is very valuable. The understanding that how this magic happens, and the value for it, no. This is the most essential, which is your earning, which is your attainment through effort, no. Otherwise, what is the opposite version of it? That we have a hope that I have not explored some option which can bring me to this magic, no. As long as we have that hope, that is what is a sense of doing remaining inside us, no, a hope, no. Contemplation will help a lot in that. Any other, spiritual effort also, but it's just about exhausting those options and seeing that that is not the answer. It is really just about that, because doing is not the answer for this magic to be experienced, you know. And Ekta, experiencing this magic in our togetherness is as simple as just living some guiding, no? And we are able to get hooked to that flow of guiding, where we are being guided to not do anything, no? To experience that is as simple as this. But to continue appreciating it and continue living it, we will have to complete that course of seeking, we are seeking something. Like, can there be something better than this? Can I be in a true state without being in this? Like those options which are going on, that has to be resolved somehow. That is what is also spiritual effort, contemplation, no? And that is a good thing. Like, we gain that maturity that, no, that's not the option. Now, when you will be sitting now here, having enough value for this magic, which is your own being, no? Thoughts will come, feelings will come. They are going to come to you as much as they will come to anybody else. No? Not less or more, no? But you will not be attending them now, because no, that's not the answer. You know what I mean? So it is very important to understand what is meditation, dhyan, not doing anything. More important than that is the value of it. What I will get out of it, which I cannot get in my doing state or in my active state. No. I hope that it makes sense to you, Ekta.
Yes, there's also something, that in the retreat that you mentioned, that there are so many things. Do you even sit to say, what am I getting out of it? Why am I doing all these things? And kind of that pointing stayed with me. It's just this effect that's constantly playing. And even now when you were speaking with the projection trauma, and it's so many times that if I keep, I had seen a meme somewhere where there's a bucket full of coins, and it says, see the amount of times that you're walking around being offended by something that other people are saying. I just started 1 hour ago and the bucket is already full. And I was like, if I do this in meditation and how many times I'm caught up in the projection, oh my God, so it's like, where is my focus? And like, do I want to be staying on the projection, or I just want to be staying in this place of not being active?
Yeah. Actually, being troubled by getting caught up, no, is what is enabling us to learn also, no? Like we are learning through that, no? I mean, generally, we don't tend to learn when in the pleasant environments, no? We tend to learn more when we are going through hardship, no? That time, like, like, let's say we are going through a city, driving a nice luxury car and nice music and everything, and we forget, oh, I forgot water, I don't have water. I know. We'll find some shop, roadside shop, some mall, something, like we know something is going to happen. Now, same scenario, we are trekking in a unknown territory and a mountain or something, and we remember, oh my God, I don't have water. Then the first thing we'll do maybe just find the water rather than enjoying the scenery and everything. You know what I mean? Like the hardship is able to bring us to more crystallized state of our being and divided state of our being also. No? So I think it's a good learning also when we are going through hardship. I mean, is hardship being benefited by us, or are we benefited by the hardship also? No? We can check, no? Like, are we in favor of that state where we are divided and broken, or are we in favor of the state where we are naturally undivided and joyful? No? Also like this. Like, if we are walking on a mountain like this, and it's not that we are walking hand in hand, like, or there's some rope tied to me and you are like this, but we are walking, let's say, and I say to you, don't eat anything from the trees or from anywhere, whatever comes in the way, and then you will be safe. Eat only from your own bag, which we have packed together, no? Like this, let's say, if I say like this to you, and if you follow that, you will be safe, no? Yeah? So, when on the path of awakening like this, when it is said like this, no? What it means. It is about experiences. No? When we are troubled a lot, then we remember just sitting meditation and dhyan is very important. Oh, let me come here. But as soon as we settled sufficiently, we immediately turn into an experiencer, more interested in experiences. And now those experiences which are happening, we just totally forget that how much we were suffering or troubled just a few minutes or days or weeks before. No? So, don't eat anything on the way back home inside your own being. Meaning any experiences on the way are not safe. They are all poisonous. Not poisonous in themselves, but they are poisonous in relation right now to you. Because they are going to keep you in the false state of being. In that way they are poisonous. No? You will be able to enjoy them after that. After coming home and staying in your home for enough period of time. No? But not right now, for example. And this is where we miss also many times. So I just try to point to something in case it is applicable to you, and in case it is noticed by you that maybe it will be useful for you. No?
It is very applicable and very, very useful.
Drink yourself, eat yourself only. Nothing else. On the way, eat from your own bag means eat only yourself, drink only yourself, your own being, your own truth only, nothing else. You will be safe really. Like totally safe. You will have always energy, you will have always wisdom to check that whether I am on the right path or not. Thank you. Very, very nice.
Thank you.
Very good. I think it's a good time now. Let us end this meeting. I think everything that felt like sharing has been shared already. No? Enough. Yeah. All I can share now is that I love you all very much, which is more of a expression in this moment. No? And I feel that through the expression, something can be shared right now. No? Myself, who I am, also can be shared. No? So that's why I'm speaking like this. There's an inspiration that I want to share this joy, this beauty, this truth, with all of you. Let it be shared. No? Not with any intention, without, absolutely without all the intentions and expectations. Just like this, just the feeling. So please accept this, beloved, my love for you. Thank you for joining.